where Saif Ali Khan was discharged from the Lilavati hospital yesterday, 6 days after the attack that happened on him at his residence in the early hours of the 16th of January. While he was recuperating, he met Bhajan Singh Rana, who was the auto driver who took him to the hospital after he was stabbed 6 times at his home. In the picture, Saif Ali Khan is seen smiling as he stands beside the auto driver. The actor can be seen resting his hands around his shoulder while he poses for the camera, both Bhajan Singh and Saif Ali Khan. With Saif's recovery now almost entirely all right, to the extent that he has now walked back in fine form, one would argue. The focus now shifts entirely to the investigation in the case. Remember, there's one accused who's been nabbed. He has to be produced back in court in a couple of days. And the Mumbai police have said that the accused, Shariful Islam Shehzad, who's in custody till the 24th of January, that is later this week. So another 48 hours they have to piece together the motive, the remains of the weapon that was used by the accused person, and of course, the clothes that he was wearing, the corroborative evidence to prove that this was the man who indeed attacked Saif Ali Khan in the wee hours of 16th of January. But there are many gaps in the police's investigation which needs to be complete before he is produced again in court in a couple of days' time. And these are some of the gaps that the Mumbai police need to come clean on. And perhaps maybe in court in a couple of days' time, they will have to explain why there are these glaring loopholes or gaps. Number one, the cops claim that the security guards at Saif Ali Khan's building were asleep when the attacker entered, and he did so by jumping in from the compound wall of the adjacent building. Question is there any evidence? Is there any CCTV or any eyewitnesses who actually saw the attacker scaling the compound wall? As per the statements of Saif's staff, the accused was locked in but left via the same duct that he came through, the same AC duct that he used to get into the house. He used that same duct to get out of the house. Now again, the CCTV footage that was released by the police shows one man walking out calmly through the fire exit without any panic. It was the timestamp on the CCTV footage at the fire exit says 2:33 a.m. Is this the same man as the one who's been arrested? There have been a lot of people who have put the two pictures together and said and used facial recognition software and said there is no similarity between the faces of the two individuals, the one who's been arrested and the one whose image has been captured on CCTV. The police have said that the accused changed clothes, he slept in a bus stop until 7 a.m. the next day, he bought food, bought paratha and water bottle and then paid for that using UPI. Why have the police not been able to recover the clothes he was wearing when the crime happened, even after a full 6 days? Shariful Islam was arrested after a 3-day intense manhunt. Finally, he was apprehended from Thane. If the police did all that they could, as swiftly as they could, why was the investigating officer changed mid-investigation? The investigation officer was changed just a couple of days ago. Why? What was the pressing hurry to do that change? Now, in the statement to the police, Saif Ali Khan's staff have said that his son Ibrahim was the one who took him to the hospital in an auto rickshaw. Why did the Lilavati doctors then claim that Taimur also accompanied and injured Saif Ali Khan while he was brought to hospital? Now, the big question is, what happens next in this investigation? Remember, the Mumbai police have to submit whatever evidence they have found so far to the police on Friday when they have to produce the accused once again in court. The police are yet to record Saif Ali Khan's statement, even though from the pictures yesterday, he seemed hale and hearty. He seemed to be walking in fine shape. There's no reason why his statement has not been recorded yet. Reportedly today, the police have sent him an intimation asking him when he is free so that his statement can be recorded. I wonder if they would extend the same courtesy to other people who are victims of a crime. Number two, the cops are yet to recover the piece of weapon. Remember, we were told that 2.5 inches of the hexa blade or the knife that the attacker used, 2.5 inches, was stuck inside Saif's body. That's what the doctors in Lilavati operated him for. What happens to the rest of that weapon? Where is that weapon? And unless you're able to show the weapon in a crime, then it becomes very difficult to prove that this is the accused person who actually carried out that crime without being able to show the weapon that was used to carry out the crime. Now, also, no action so far against any of the security guards who were caught napping on the job. Now, there is 24/7 round-the-clock security. We believe you need to have biometric access to enter the building. None of these people have been punished so far, either by the police or by the building authorities where Saif Ali Khan resides. The accused custody ends on Friday. There is no certainty. The police have only so far said that the only motive seems to be burglary, the only motive seems to be theft, and yet not one paisa has gone out of Saif Ali Khan's home. Now, while the police find the missing pieces of this jigsaw puzzle, fans and family are happy that Saif is safe and he's finally back home. The auto driver heaved a sigh of relief as well, knowing that he could help the actor and his family in their time of need.
आप मुंबई में कितने साल से?
जी मैं तो 15-20 साल से हूँ।
15-20 साल में किसी भी सेलिब्रिटी को इतने नजदीक से देखा कि फोटो खिंचाई?
जी नहीं, अभी तक किसी सेल्फी के साथ यानी कि स्टार के साथ कभी फोटो नहीं खिंचाई सर।
जब ऑटो में गए थे तो मीटर डाउन किया था, हड़बड़ी में इस पैनिक सिचुएशन में लोग बिल या फिर जो फेयर है वो दे नहीं पाते हैं।
हाँ जी। तो मैंने भी मीटर को देखा नहीं, मैं तो डाल के लेके गया था। फिलहाल मैं भी नहीं देखा जी सैफ अली खान जब मीटर देंगे तो उन्होंने ऐसे कर दिया, मैंने ठीक है जो भी है मैं भी ऐसे कर दिया, मैंने चलो ठीक है जो भी है ठीक है।
तो आपको दिन नहीं लगा कि नुकसान हो गया है?
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं, मैं सोचा मैंने चलो आज जो है मैं आज टाइम से पहुँचा दिया, आज जो भी है तो मेरे को थोड़ा अच्छा भी लगा कि हाँ चलो ठीक है, किसी को टाइम पे पहुंचा दिया, स्टेशन आ गया, उनके बाद फिर लेट के आराम से ऐसा करके फिर वो अंदर चले गए। बस इतनी खुशी हुई, मैं चलो स्टार है तो अच्छा ही है।
तो कल नुकसान की भरपाई हुई कि नहीं कुछ?
नहीं यहाँ वही है, सेल्फी मिल गई जो भी है, अब बहुत अच्छा लग रहा मेरे को सर।
It's quite amazing, isn't it? The auto driver claiming he couldn't, in the panic and in the rush, he couldn't ask for any money to Saif Ali Khan's family while he was rushed to hospital. The attack on Saif Ali Khan by the suspected Bangladeshi national has now prompted the Maharashtra government to set up a special investigation team to tackle that very issue of Bangladeshi illegal infiltrators into the state. In a letter addressed to all divisional commissioners and district collectors, the state government has instructed officials to collaborate with the SIT to combat illegal immigration and to tighten security measures. The SIT will work closely with the district authorities to identify and to curb all illegal immigration. Now, here's what the mandate of the SIT is. The Special Investigation Team has been tasked to probe all birth certificates that have been issued to illegal immigrants in the state of Maharashtra over the last 10 plus years. The DIG in Nashik is the one who has been chosen by the state government to head the SIT and to spearhead the probe into all birth and death certificates that have been issued to illegal migrants in Maharashtra. The SIT was formed on a complaint by the BJP's former MP, Mr. Kirit Somaiya. Mr. Somaiya, in a letter to the state government, had alleged that fake birth certificates were being issued in a rampant fashion to illegal Bangladeshis who had come into Maharashtra over the last 10 years or so. The government, in its letter, has asked all district collectors, all subdivisional magistrates to stop issuing any delayed or late birth certificate. It has to happen within a week of the record of the birth in a hospital, and with the hospital documents, the DC or the SDM has to issue a birth certificate within a week of a birth being recorded. Earlier, the district collectors, the SDMs could issue delayed birth certificates even after months if an application was moved later on and if the applicant could cite sufficient cause for why the delay had happened. Now, this decision follows a complaint, like I said, by BJP leader and former member of parliament Kirit Somaiya, who highlighted illegal Bangladeshi Rohingyas and what he called the birth certificate scam. This is what Mr. Somaiya's letter to the state government says. It makes a whole bunch of claims. Claim number one, that as many as 4,000 Bangladeshis were issued fake birth certificates in Malegaon. He also goes on to claim that the birth certificates were given on the basis of fake documents, fake hospital records that have been submitted by these individuals concerned. Claim number three, that illegals are misusing the provision of late or delayed application by taking advantage for weeks, months, some even for years. Claim number four, that the fake birth certificate racket is also happening in Amravati, in a place called Anjangaon Surji. And claim number five, he says, more than 1,100 fake birth certificates have been issued to Rohingyas and illegal Bangladeshis just in the last 6 months alone. Meanwhile, it's not just Kirit Somaiya, it's not just the BJP or its leaders who are raising this red flag. Shiv Sena Member of Parliament and former South Bombay MP Milind Deora has also called for a comprehensive audit of all illegal Bangladeshi immigrants who are residing in Maharashtra. Milind Deora, in his letter to the Maharashtra Chief Minister, Mr. Fadnavis, has emphasized the urgent need for strict measures to ensure the safety and security of citizens. He has said in that letter that the recent tragedy involving Saif Ali Khan, in which the lone accused who's been apprehended so far is allegedly an illegal Bangladeshi national. Mr. Deora's letter highlights the pressing need to address that very issue of illegal immigration. He says that Maharashtra's safety and security must come first. He has also suggested imposing stringent penalties on staffing agencies who fail to verify the authenticity of documents before employing individuals.
जहां से भी आते हो उनको यहाँ ढूंढकर उठाकर वापस भेजना ये हमारा कर्तव्य है। तो जो पश्चिम बंगाल से आया, आसाम से, सबको वापस भेजने का काम ये महाराष्ट्र की सरकार को करना है।
ये जिम्मेदारी गृह मंत्री की है, महाराष्ट्र के जो देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी है। तो ये जो हमारे सांसद मित्र है उसने जाकर सबसे पहले मुख्यमंत्री जी को कहना चाहिए और गृह मंत्री केंद्रीय